Okay, so I'm in the Reading Research Organizer and I'm scrolling down and here's my source. And here is the notes that I took that I color coded as I directed you to do according to where I'd be using each of these quotes. So here's one of my quotes. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to copy this whole row. This is to demonstrate for you in a new document. You don't have to do this yourself right now, but I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put this into another Word document. And that's essentially what I did here. I've copied and pasted it in. So let me try making that just a little bit smaller. Now, I'm going to assemble the quote sandwich from the parts that already exist in my in this chart. I have to give attribution to the source of the quote or paraphrase. That means credit. I have to use the quote or the paraphrase. I have to have an in-text citation, and I have to use a connecting or interpreting sentence. So for right now, I'm going to leave behind the attribution, and I'm just going to paste in here each of these parts. So this is my direct quote, and this is my paraphrase. I have to use one or the other right here. And I'm going to go ahead and use my paraphrase because, as I told you, the advantage to a paraphrase is that it sounds like I wrote it and that it counts in the length of my paper. So I'm just going to go ahead and paste that in. And next, I'm going to get the in-text citation. That's right here. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to paste that. Oops, hold on. And I'm pasting it in without the highlighting for right now. For my connecting interpreting sentence, I'm going to use this sentence that I wrote here at the end. Okay, so I've got that. And now I'm going to go ahead and I need to give credit to my source. And that's in this first part of the attribution of the source or the paraphrase. And in order to give credit, I have to pay attention to who said the quote. In my case, I found this quote in my source, in YAM, but it came originally from this report. So in the attribution, I'm going to go ahead and get this, I'm going to use this as the, to give the, that's who I'm going to give the credit to. So even though it appeared in YAM, YAM quoted this source. Oops. And you remember we saw this ourselves when we quoted Argowal within the other source. All right. Now, I use both this sentence. I use the source of the quote, and then I also use this sentence, the key idea. So I'm going to take my key idea so just to reiterate, right here, the credit for who contributed this material, who the author of the article that I read quoted, where they got the information, the expert that they relied on, and my key idea sentence. Then, in the second part, I have my paraphrase. In the third part, I have the author and the page number, the year, and then I have the last little sentence that I had over there in the far right of the chart. I'm going to start by creating the attribution by combining these two parts together. So I'm going to say, according to the Stop AAPI Hate Report, so that gets italicized because it's the name of the report, and so should this be capitalized as well and italicized. And this report is national data on anti-Asian incidents. So I'm just going to word this a little differently to make it clearer to my reader, which details national data on anti-Asian incidents. The bias suffered by AAPI individuals include or cause physical, psychological, and social harm. So I have combined, I should copy so you can see this, sorry. For the first part of the quote sandwich, I'm combining the information in the first two columns. So I've combined it. And I get the attribution. Now I have all the parts. I have my attribution. I have my quote or paraphrase. I'm using the paraphrase. I have the in-text citation that tells my reader where I found this information and how this connects to the ideas of my paper. So I'm going to just go ahead, hold on, and copy this. And let me just move this to the next page to make it easier for you guys to see. So I'm just going to take out these descriptions. Now I'm just combining it all together. Notice that I take out the period. The period will follow, and that was a percent sign. I made a mistake there. The period will follow there. And now I have this block of text that, by the way, I'm going to word count right here. And I can see that right now that is 61 words. This block right here that's going to actually go into my outline of my paper now. So I'm taking this quote sandwich I just made. Oh, here I am. I'm in my reading research organizer again. And this is going to go right in this section. All right. And then I'm going to repeat that same process with the next quote that I've got that belongs in that. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm going to take my very next quote right here that I've designated, I've made yellow. And this time I'm just going to build it right here because I've shown you the steps. You can go back and look at them, but I'm going to show you the steps. So it's the same report. So I don't have to reintroduce the entire report. I can say according to, I'm saying the same report. If it were a different source, then I would have to, you know, I would be creating a new attribution. And then I'm going to leave it here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm taking out the, I'm not going to use the direct quote. I'm going to just use my paraphrase. And now I've got another 50 words. So far with my topic sentence, I'm at 121 words. And what I need to do is I need to take this work that I've already accumulated, and then I'm going to expand it into a paragraph. I'm not right now, there's some repetition, the words don't flow well. I need to add some examples, but the first step is to just gather these chunks and put them in the correct spaces of my outline. So again, I will do this with the same thing. I've got down here, I've got notes that I took that are blue. Oh, where are my blue notes? The blue notes are down here. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to go ahead. You can do it either way. And I'm going to take these quotes, like here is one of them that's going to belong in the purple. And I'm just going to add them and build the quote sandwich from them. So here's this up under my purple paragraph right here. That's my conclusion. So this is a quote sandwich that I actually saved to use in the conclusion. I'm going to do the same thing, however. I'm going to go down. And that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to just sort of mush these things together from your different sources. I forgot to put in the... Let me actually show you this one more time, just to be sure. How to sort of construct the block. Okay, so here is the quote. I mean the chart, the piece from the chart. I'm going to paste it in here. Actually, let me go back and paste it in originally the way it was. Hold on, sorry. Need to give myself some room. All right, so I'm going to start here with these two first pieces are going to make up my attribution. So I'm going to say, according to Wendy Williams, PhD, President of APA's Division 35, Society of Psychology for Women, and Dean of the School of Education at Mills College in Oakland, California, bystander intervention can help. So I've used these two parts. And I'm just gonna, no, wrong. Cross them out. Now I'm going to choose my quote or paraphrase, and I'm going to go ahead and use the paraphrase. Copied it, pasting it here, taking the period out so I can add in the in-text citation, and finishing off with this sentence. So here is just this rough chunk of text, and I'm going to copy it. I've pieced it together here. Now I'm going to go back up. I'm in the Reading Research Organizer. And this is going to go underneath this section because it's green. And that is the process of transferring the material from the RRO, creating quote sandwiches, and then moving them into the correct spot in your outline. We're just gathering all the material together in a useful way, and then we're going to combine it into a paragraph that works. So I'm going to stop sharing, and hold on, I want to stop recording.